What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be playing Marvel Strike Force, and I'm going to be talking about my favorite team in the game right now, which is the Power Armor team. We've got 4 Power Armor members, which is Iron Man, War Machine, Rescue, and Falcon. And then we have a 5th member, which is Vision. The core of the Power Armor team is the 4 Power Armor characters, and the 5th character you kind of have a choice to make. Me personally, I like using Vision because it allows all 4 of these members of the Power Armor team, which are all tech, to have defense up for 2 turns. This is really important for the strategy because the strategy for this team is pretty straightforward. You want to stay alive for 1 turn, you want to offense up, and then you want to blow everything up. You can just, kind of shoot your lasers at them and finish them off. If you don't want to use Vision, you can use other characters. If you don't have Vision on another team, I think he is just spectacular on this team. So if you want to take a look at their power, right now we've got Falcon at 33.5. We've got Iron Man at just under 36. We've got War Machine at about 36. And then we've got Rescue just under 36. She is very critical to being able to punch up with this team. If you just had War Machine, Iron Man, and Falcon, you can beat pretty much teams that are around your power level, maybe a little bit more. But with Rescue, the offense up that she gives the whole team is just nuts. Because you've got Iron Man with a huge AoE. You've got War Machine with a huge AoE. You've got Falcon with a huge AoE. Now you offense them all up and you're just going to clear team. When you're looking at characters to fight in Blitz, on the 8.3, it's gotten a lot more difficult than it used to be. You can see here, I've got 172,000 total power. And the teams they're suggesting are 223,000, 224,000, and about 24,000 as well. So we're looking at about like 50,000 plus power punch up. That's pretty ridiculous. So I'm going to try my best. The most common team you're going to see is the Defenders with the Punisher or with Miss Marvel. So let's start out with this one. All right, so you can see that Daredevil's really fast. Iron Fist is really fast. And so we've started the fight. They've gotten their 2 hits in. And you can see with those defense ups, even though we're fighting a team that's 50,000 power above, War Machine got hit twice, and he took a fair amount of damage, you can see. But he's still alive, and that's what matters. Also, since War Machine and Iron Man are on the same team, they both get death proof, which can be nice sometimes, but I find a lot of times those buffs just get removed anyway. And if you're going to lose, you're going to lose. So, with Rescue, you start off with this skill, which barriers all your allies for 2,500 plus 10% of this character's max health. Then you also get regeneration to all the allies. This is really nice because, like I said, the strategy is to survive that first turn, get that offense up, and then just blow them all up. So we're going to use that skill, get a nice little barrier on everyone. With Falcon, we have this ability, which is Red Wing. We change the speed bar for him and all of his allies by 30% plus 10% for each enemy with a positive effect. And then it clears stealth from all the enemies. They don't have any buffs right now. We could wait for Daredevil to use his baton, or we could wait for Luke Cage to use his defense up, but we're actually just going to use it right away because we don't want them to have defense up. So we want to speed up as fast as we can. We actually are going to try and ability block Luke Cage because when we start raining down Hellfire, we don't want them to have defense up. So we're going to use that skill and get some speed bar. Alright, so now it's Vision's turn. We have 2 options here. If we thought for some reason we were about to get just destroyed by this Punisher's AoE, which he's going to be going pretty soon, then we could use the offense down on him or the ability block on him. However, we're playing offensive, so we're going to be ability blocking Luke Cage to make sure that he doesn't get the defense up on everybody. By hitting him with this AoE, it's not going to do the ability block on Jessica Jones, most likely. She's got so much resistance, it's not going to do anything. But it also has a chance to actually ability block Daredevil, which would be really nice because he's going to use a skill that's going to give counter to all the defenders. So when we're raining down all of those AoEs, we're going to get hit back a lot. But the main thing is we just don't want them to have defense up. So we're going to use this ability block on Luke Cage. So we hit the ability block on Luke Cage. We didn't get it on Daredevil, and we didn't get it on Jessica Jones, which is fine. And then you saw Punisher actually shot back at Vision, which again, we've got that defense up. So these hits could be hurting really, really hard if we didn't have Vision. All right, so next, I see a lot of people will just use this AoE right away. But I find let's just wait for the offense up, okay? We can just hit a character with his normal basic attack, but then we kind of want to think about who we're going to hit, all right? So if we could go for Luke Cage, because most likely he's going to be the only one that's going to survive the onslaught. We could go for Iron Fist, because he's the healer. We could go for Daredevil, because he does the most damage. We could go for Jessica Jones, because I don't know. And then we could go for Punisher, because he's also one of the heavy damage dealers. So I'm actually going to go for Punisher here, because if I go for Daredevil, Punisher's just going to shoot back. And right now the strategy is just survive until we get the offense up. So let's just go over here. We just use a basic attack. We actually got a critical, which is really nice. This is the next part that I really, really like about this team. So not only do we have an ability block from Vision, we've got an offense down from War Machine. He's also got his secondary skill, which does a fair amount of damage. But again, without the offense up, we don't really want to be blowing any of our damage skills. Even though next turn we're going to be using his big skill, we're going to stick with the offense down on Punisher. So when he rains down his full auto machine gun on all of us, we don't take too much damage. Because again, we're just trying to survive to the offense up. So let's use that skill. We got the offense down on him. He's going to use his skill. Look at that. Barely did any damage. This is great. So this is when the fun starts. Clear 4 negative effects from self and all allies. Apply offense up to self and power armor allies for 2 turns. This is really nice because if you're playing against a team that, you know, applies a lot of debuffs to your team, this is basically a reset button. It's just like, nope, no debuffs, and we have offense up for 2 turns, which is really important for the cleanup because we're going to fire all of our AoEs, but when we're punching up against a team that's really, really strong, a lot of times they're still going to be alive after all your AoEs. So let's get that offense up going. And this is when we start raining down the hellfire. So first up, we got Falcon's AoE, which by itself doesn't do that much damage. Does 160% damage plus 50% piercing. The time it does a lot of damage is if they have a lot of buffs. But we didn't get them. We didn't let them get the buffs because we didn't. Luke Cage didn't use the defense up, and Daredevil hasn't used his baton yet. Daredevil still could use the baton. Looking at the speed bars right now, it looks like Iron Man isn't quite full. War Machine isn't quite full. So most likely Daredevil's actually going to go next and use his baton pass or baton throw or whatever. And that's going to hurt because the next AoE we do is going to get a lot of counterattacks. So let's pop this AoE. Look at that. Already doing pretty good damage, and that's one of our weaker AoEs. Then we have another AoE. This one isn't offensed up, so it's not going to do that much, but still 220% damage, pretty nice. And yeah, so now they all have counter. So this Iron Man is actually going to get the crap beat out of him when he fires this, but that's fine. Because what we're hoping for is Iron Man fires his AoE, War Machine fires his AoE, and then we clean up the rest. So let's see how it goes. Alright, so we already killed Punisher. He's going to get hit back, probably die. Yeah, so he died. But this is when we have the biggest AoE on the team. 310% damage plus 30% per hero ally. This should wipe out Daredevil, should wipe out Jessica Jones, might wipe out Iron Fist, I'm not totally positive, and then we should just be dealing with Luke Cage. Wow. Looks like Daredevil dodged it. Yep, that will happen. And goodbye. So this is what I was talking about. This is when we're going for the cleanup. So luckily, we've done enough damage to these guys that we should be able to just pop, and then... Okay, almost. And this is when we got an offense up. War Machine here. And then, again, it's just clean up city. All right, come on. There we go. So that was Power Armor versus the Defenders, punching up over 50,000. It's not a lot of teams that can say they can punch up 50,000 against the Defenders, but that's why I like the Power Armor team. All right, guys, for our next team that we're going to be facing off against, I looked at what we had available to us, and it looked like the Defenders, and a team with Ultron. I'm hoping that we could just kill them. I mean, Ultron's the reason why this team actually could beat us. Ultron is incredibly strong. This is a 7-star Ultron with 54,500 power. Alright, so like I said, we've got Drax, who's a little annoying at the start. But what's actually kind of nice about this is Drax is actually going to help us out just a little bit with Falcon, because that taunt counts as a positive effect. So it's actually going to give us an extra 10% speed bar when we use his speed up ability. So like I said, first skill, we just get a little bit of a shield on us. or a barrier rather. Now, we get a little bit of a speed up. You can see it's going to pop up. It's going to say 400 instead of 300 because he gave us the extra 10%. Now, this is where it's kind of a bummer. It would be really, really nice to be able to ability block this Ultron. Like, really, really, really nice. Unfortunately, Drax is here, and he's going to stop us from doing that. So I don't really want to use ability block on Drax, and potentially ability block Night Nurse as well. So we're just going to use our basic. What's going to really suck here is this Mantis. She is charged. So whatever she basic attacks has a potential for stun. However, as long as she doesn't stun rescue, we're going to be fine. Because she can just clear that with her ultimate ability. So let's just smack these guys around a little bit. Apply offense down to Drax and Night Nurse. Doesn't really matter. Again, we're just smacking Drax around. Doesn't really matter. And again, this is one where we could actually consider using his multiple attack skill here. I can't remember, missile barrage. I don't remember what it's called. Because the damage will actually matter on Drax, and Night Nurse, it's gonna have to choose between. Well, it's gonna heal either him or her, but she can't heal both. But we already have the offense down on Drax, so I feel like we can just do this. All right, he's got his Ultron bots. And this is why Ultron is annoying. So, if you didn't really catch what happened there, basically Ultron summoned a bunch of stuff, got a bunch of speed bar, and then blasted Vision away. It would have been nice if he could have survived that somehow. And we've got Falcon who's stunned now. Luckily, Rescue's going to clear that stun. And then Falcon's actually going to be able to hit these guys for a little bit of extra damage because some of these have offense up and speed up, so they're going to take a little bit more damage. If they have the defense up, the extra attack kind of gets, canceled out because the defense up is going to reduce the damage. If we would have had the speed up skill right now, we would have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 extra speed bar, plus the 300 we're already getting. But, it's one of those things through playtesting. Maybe we can find out that that's a little bit better, but let's just see how much work we can do with just our AoEs without vision. So clear the stun and rain down on them. All right, so that actually did some really good damage there. We might actually be able to walk away with this one. So he's still got his taunt on. Crossbones got taunt as well, but I think we still just want to keep firing off AoEs. War Machine should have his taunt or his AoE now. Let's see how much damage. All right, so Crossbones is out of the way. We've almost got Drax down. Mantis is almost down, except for she healed. Whatever. So now we're in the cleanup portion of the fight. However, Iron Man is just about to die, and I don't think he's gonna be able to use his big unibeam. We've got Rescue about to hit Drax. Then he's got an offense down and an offense up. So hopefully, I'm hoping that Rescue and Falcon can kill this Drax, and then we can unibeam Mantis, and then just kind of hope that we can take down Ultron. Well, it's not really looking like that's how it's gonna go. Oh, so close. No! Ultron is ridiculous. All right. Well, I mean, we can try and kill Mantis here. Didn't work. Didn't work. Falcon's dead. And we lost. All right. So what did we learn? Ultron is very, very, very strong. The rest of the team literally didn't matter, except for the fact that Drax made things a little bit more awkward. If we would have been able to ability block Ultron from the get-go, I think that fight would have went a lot different. However, I would really like to redo that fight and see if, by saving Falcon's speed up to when they all have those buffs, if we can kind of push through. Unfortunately, I didn't back out of the fight before I lost, so I actually reset back to the beginning of Tier 8. And you can just see how much easier the beginning of Tier 8 versus Tier 8.3 is, we were fighting teams that were 50,000 above us, and the beginning of Tier 8, 191, 191, 191. These are cakewalks. I'm going to get myself back up to 8.3, and then I will see you guys in just a moment, see if we can find ourselves another Ultron. I am back to 8.3 with some very, very easy fights. Like, it is ridiculous how easy, like, 8, 8.1, and 8.2 are compared to 8.3. I looked at what we got, and again, we have the Defenders. Then we have some really weird commander villain team, which, I mean, might just be fun to go against because, like, how often do you fight against a team of Hand, Sentry, Electra, Korath, Kree Noble, and Nobu? Like, that would just be some free points, I feel like. And then we have a Fury Shield team. So if you were blitzing by yourself and you were just trying to get points, go against this team. Like, trust me, this is a freebie. But for the sake of information, we're going to go against this very well-built Fury Shield team because the Fury and the Shield Security are the strongest, and the Operative is the weaker of it, which is like a good balance. This one's going to be tough, but I'm hoping since Nick Fury puts buffs on his allies, and there's a lot of buffs, and like we've got a counter to stealth, and like I'm hoping that allows us to abuse that with Falcon, and then hopefully we can just blow it all up, and then they don't really have... I don't know, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Quit talking. Let's get fighting. Alright, so as you can see, they start out with a ton of buffs, which is going to be fine once they allow us to take a turn. Alright, so let's get a barrier on everyone like usual. And then let's get a lot of speed bar. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units with buffs. Then we get another 300. So we're going to have 800 speed bar here. And we're going to clear that stealth. Bing. So now we're going to take a lot of turns. So now we have to think about who would we like to ability block. Nick Fury. Because he has an ability that will spread all of his buffs, heal, and I think grant defense up. We don't want defense up. So we're going to ability block. And he resisted it. Awesome. That's what happens when you're fighting teams that have a lot more power than you. They have high resistances. Alright. I'm not going to fire my AoE, so we're just going to do a little auto there. Again, maybe we can get an offense down on him. I doubt it. He's got defense up. He's shield security. He blocked it. Yeah. All right. Let's clear these debuffs and get to raining down the hellfire. So, we should clear all the minions. We'll do a pretty good damage to this medic and assault, and probably the operative too. Nick Fury will take a little bit of damage. The shield security is not going to really take that much damage. But what's nice against this team is normally shield security is a real pain to get past. But we just do a bunch of AoEs, so it doesn't matter. Let's see what we got. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Laser. Let's keep the AoEs rolling. And one more. And now the cleanup. Now we could just do a couple basics. Maybe use a little special ability there, and we can slow it down for this one. Shield security, say hello to the Unibeam. Offense up. 60,000 damage. See you later. Good night. That was pretty fun. All right, let's see what we got. I think that is the exact team we just went against, which again, if you were just trying to get points, you could be like, oh yeah, let's take that team again. We pretty much manhandled them before. In general, if you beat them once, you should be able to beat them again. We've got the Brotherhood, which we could definitely try. And that weird commander team, which I know if I fight the Brotherhood now, I feel like this commander team won't be here anymore. And I really want to fight this team just because I would be so surprised if it just randomly was just like OP. I'd be like, oh, maybe I got to build up my Electra and my Nobu. And I just don't see how this team would be that good. But one of the other meta teams you're going to be fighting a lot is the Brotherhood. So, we are going to be punching up, what is that, 30, 40, 52,000? I don't think we can win this, but for science, let's see what we can do. Take a sip from my Avengers coffee mug. That coffee is cold. All right, let's put the speed back at 3. And we got 5 blinds. Vision is almost dead, but he got a nice little barrier. Let's slap some more barriers. Luckily, we've got Falcon and Rescue who are going to be going that don't actually care if they're blinded or not. The other characters care, but again, they're not blinded when they're using their important moves. So that's kind of nice. This evade's kind of annoying, but let's get some barrier going. Actually, it's not that annoying because we're going to get an extra 100 speed bar for it. So, thank you. 400. And again, we are blind, so we're just going to try and... Well, we're not going to clear the evade. I don't want to attack Pyro because he'll get speed bar. So we're just going to go like this. And again, we're blinded. Actually, this is unavoidable, but like... Again, we want to save it for the offense up. So, just fire off a missed attack. And fire off a missed attack. And hopefully we don't die. Alright. So we've got bleeds. We've got characters low. It's time to get that offense up and start firing off abilities. We've got the cleanse. And he took the offense up off of War Machine and disrupted him. That sucks. All right. I guess we just go for it. What do we got? That did almost nothing. Oh, no. All right. Let's see if we can clear these speed ups. We did. That's nice. We have an offense up AoE from Iron Man. I could unibeam into this Juggernaut, which I would not recommend. Because he's got defense up. So let's see what we got. We really need to kill this Pyro before he attacks. No. Oh, no, no. War Machine, no. Well, that went about as well as I thought it would go. I am really wishing I would have fought that Nobu Electra Kree Noble Wonder team right about now. Yeah, I would not recommend trying to punch up 50,000 against the Brotherhood. You're gonna have a bad time. Alright, I was gonna stop the video there and do a little outro because my Blitz credits went up to 50. I don't like spending 50. I like keeping it at 25 so I can get as many teams in as I can. But I did want to give you guys like a quick little showing of what it's like to take the Power Armor team into 8.0. We got a couple different options here. We got the Defenders. We've got a Guardian Nerva kind of team with Vision and Minerva, and then Rocket Groot, Star-Lord. And then we've got whatever this team is. We got Punisher and Miss Marvel and Minerva and Juggernaut and Crossbones. Kind of an odd team. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it works all right. I mean, it just looks like Minerva would just die really quickly. And then the team would fall apart. But we're just going to take it up against the Defenders just so you can see how much easier it is when you're not punching out 50,000. This is still a punch up. You know, we're looking at about a 19,000 punch up. But let's see how this one goes. All right, like usual, let's get that barrier going. And so like that time, before Daredevil and Iron Fist attacked first, but that time Rescue actually got to barrier before Iron Fist attacked, which is pretty cool. So again, ability block on Luke Cage, and he resisted it, and Jessica Jones did not. In what world does that make any sense? Jessica Jones has got insane resistance, and this Luke Cage is weaker than the one we fought before, and he resists. It's not going to do the ability block on Jessica Jones. Whatever. All right, let's get some speed bar. Let's just shoot the Luke Cage. Get the offense down on Punisher. He's going to shoot us all. Not going to do that much damage. They all get the defense up. So this is actually going to go a little bit differently than last fight. Because they actually managed to have the defense up this time. But I think we should still be able to kind of shoot through it. So let's get the offense up going. Let's get this raining down and get these AoEs. Well, now we just clear them. So, well, we cleared some of them. Whatever. Iron Man's going to get beat to all hell with these counterattacks. But again, this team isn't that much stronger than us, so it's not going to kill us. And this should do some work. And it's ended up kind of close to how last time ended up, actually, where they've got 3 surviving members. But luckily, this... Well, I was going to say this Daredevil had taunt. But nope, it's looking like we're going to have to punch through this Luke Cage first. Oh, well, at least we killed that one. Killed Jessica Jones. Alright, well, Unibeam. Well, that was a little anticlimactic. I didn't realize he had defense up as well. So, okay, I was like, can you really not kill this guy? So, still, we didn't lose a single member. Last time we went down to 3 members, and it was, I mean, we weren't going to lose, but it was pretty close. But you can just see the difference between 8.0 and 8.3. It should have went a lot smoother, but Luke Cage managed to resist the ability block. And so if he didn't resist it, then that would have just been a clean wallop, basically. So, but that's how it goes. If you guys actually play Marvel Strike Force and you were wondering what my skills were and like my gear tier and stuff like that for my power armor team, I figured I'd run through that with you guys. So War Machine, I've got at 6664, and he's gear tier 10 with just a little damage item added. Rescue, I've got at 6664, and I've got gear tier 10, and I've got 2 little items added. Iron Man, I've got at 664. He's actually only gear tier 9, and the reason for that is I've got 4 red stars on him, so I kind of wanted to keep him around where the others were. But, I mean, I'm 2 items away and might as well make him a little bit stronger because it's alright to have your damage dealers be a little bit higher power than the rest of your team. And finally, we've got Falcon, who is 6764, and that's because I wanted a little bit more speed from Red Wing, because speed bar is always nice. And again, the strategy of this team is about getting to that turn where you get the offense up and you fire off your AoEs. So any little bit to get a little bit more speed bar is really nice, and he is gear tier 10 as well. And then my vision is gear tier 9, and I've got 7664. He's actually only level 68. I just need a little bit more gold, and then I'll get him up to level 70, and that'll kind of bring him in line a little bit more with my other characters. Also, I would not be doing this team justice if I didn't show you how they performed in War, which is actually where they're meant to be used. A lot of their abilities have basically added bonuses if you are in War. I don't know. That 71,000 Spider-Man looks kind of scary. And I'm kind of worried that Miss Marvel would just use her binary and just pop one of my characters right away. But I mean, we could go for it. They've all got deflect too, which is kind of annoying. But what's nice about Falcon is since he attacks again, it kind of makes that deflect nullified. So we're taking 191 against 288. That is a, what, 90,000 punch up? Seems pretty ridiculous, right? Well, let's see how we do. Full disclosure, I don't think we can beat this team. Like, I'm not, it's possible. I'm not super confident, but there's a possibility we could beat this team, which is crazy if you think about, like, 90,000. All right. So, I didn't think about the disrupt from Miles Morales, which really sucks. So we're actually not going to... I mean, we still kind of have to use it. We're not going to get it on War Machine, and we're not going to get it on Rescue. But Falcon really needs this barrier right now. So I think we're still going to use it. Luckily, Rescue's going to be able to cleanse all these debuffs when she gets the offense up. And we're going to get a huge speed bar because of all these buffs. Well, because each character has at least one buff. So they don't get the barriers. That's fine. We get a barrier on Falcon, which is the most important part, and we get the double regen because we are in War. And let's get this speed bar, boys. 800 speed bar, and then we get an ability block that we get to use. Let's see. Spider-Man's already used his defense down. Miles Morales has a slow, but I don't think he's going to be able to get to use it. Miss Marvel has got that slap move. She already used binary, so it's not like ability block's really going to do much. I mean, she can clear buffs. We could stop that. And then Deadpool is just going to cleanse the debuff anyway. So it's between Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel. And I think we're going to go for Captain Marvel here. And she resisted, so it did not matter. All right, so I think we're going to start poking down at Captain Marvel here because she can be pretty ridiculous. Offense down on Captain Marvel would be nice. Miss Marvel's about to use a big AoE, so maybe we hit her with the offense down. Actually, I kind of want to keep these. We don't have a whole lot. We actually have a timer in this one. We can't talk and can't deliberate too much. I just want to get to the big AoEs. Come on. All right, we got slapped. We get it. Offense up. Cleanse these debuffs. Let's go. All right, rain down fire on these guys, Falcon. Boom. Again, we are punching up 90,000, okay, guys? So, like, gotta remember that. Got an AoE, another AoE, and another AoE. That's what I'm talking about. 90,000 punch up with the power armor team in war. That's what this team can do. This is why they are my favorite team. Look at that. If you guys aren't convinced because of the lack of Blitz results with the power armor team, which again, pick your spots a little bit better. You can have better results than I did. But you could see they do pretty well against the defenders. Take them in war. And you will do disgusting things with them. If you guys want to see more videos, you can hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you watch my videos in the way past and you're like, I don't want to see none of this Marvel garbage, you get this off my screen right now, you can hit the unsubscribe button. I will not be offended. If you are a new viewer and you're into Marvel Strike Force, if you have any particular content you'd like to see, you can leave it in the comments below. I've got a laundry list of ideas that I'm going to be doing for this game, but eventually I might run out. But luckily this game gets new content all the time. So also, if you guys want to play the game, you can download it. It's on the iOS store and Play Store and I don't know, wherever you find mobile games. I play it on BlueStacks and on my phone, so you can figure it out. Google it. You're smart. Smart cookies. All right, guys. As always, stay classy and keep winning.